Hi! Today I will show you how to crochet an unusual lace pattern. You can use it for any skirt bottom or top or whatever you want. The number of stitches should be a multiply of 16. I made 128 stitches. First round. Join the thread to the top. Chain 2 DC crochet together in the same place. Chain 4, skip next 3 stitches, single crochet next stitch. Picot. Chain 4, skip next 3 stitches, three DC crochet together in next stitch, chain 4, skip next 3 stitches, single crochet next stitch, picot. Repeat the steps to the end of the row. In the end of the row, chain 2, join with DC to the top of 2 DC crochet together. The second round, chain 1, single crochet in the same space, chain 4, single crochet in next chain 4 space, chain 7, single crochet in next chain 4 space, chain 4, single crochet in next chain 4 space. Repeat this step to the end of the row. In the end of the row, join with slip stitch to the first single crochet. Third round, slip stitch in next chain 4 space, chain 1, slip stitch in the same space, slip stitch in next chain 7 space, chain 3, 6 DC in the same space, chain 2, 7 DC in the same space, seven DC in next chain 7 space, chain 2, and 7 DC in the same space. Repeat the steps to the end of the round. Join with slip stitch to top of chain 3. Round 4. Skip next DC, slip stitch in next to DC, chain 3, DC in next 3 DC, two DC in next chain 2 space, chain 2, 2 DC in the same space, DC in next 4 DC, skip next 6 DC, DC in next 4 DC, two DC in next chain 2 space, chain 2, 2 DC in the same space, DC in next 4 DC. Repeat it to the end of the row. And join with slip stitch to top of chain 3. Round 5. Skip next DC, slip stitch in next 2 DC, chain 3, DC in next 2 DC, two DC in next chain 2 space, chain 2, 2 DC in the same space, DC in next 3 DC. Skip next 6 DC, DC in next 3 DC. 2 DC in next chain 2 space, chain 2, 2 DC in the same space, DC in next 3 DC. Repeat it. In the end of the row, join with slip stitch to top of chain 3. Round 6. Skip next DC, slip stitch in next DC, chain 3, DC in next to DC, to DC in next chain 2 space, chain 2, to DC in the same space, DC in next 3 DC, chain 5, 3 DC in next chain 2 space, chain 2, 3 DC in the same space, chain 5, skip next 7 DC, DC in next 3 DC, 2 DC in next chain 2 space, chain 2, 2 DC in the same space, DC in next 3 DC, chain 5, 3 DC in next chain 2 space, chain 2, 3 DC in the same space, repeat it to the end of the round, and join with slip stitch to top of chain 3. Round 7. Skip next DC, slip stitch in next to DC, chain 3, DC in next DC, 2 DC in next chain 2 space, chain 2, 2 DC in the same space, DC in next to DC, skip next 3 DC and chain 5 space, chain 5, DC in next 3 DC, chain 2, DC in next chain 2 space, chain 2, DC in next 3 DC, chain 5, skip next chain 5 space in 3 DC, DC in next to DC, 2 DC in next chain 2 space, chain 2, 2 DC in the same space, DC in next to DC, repeat it to the end of the row, you join with slip stitch to top of chain 3. Round 8. Skip next DC, slip stitch in next DC, slip stitch in next chain 2 space, chain 3, 2 DC in the same space, chain 2, three DC in the same space, chain 5, skip next 3 DC and chain 5 space, DC in next 3 DC, chain 2, 2 DC in next DC, chain 2, DC in next 3 DC, chain 5, three DC next chain 2 space, chain 2, 3 DC in the same space, repeat the steps to the end of the row. You join with slip stitch to top of chain 3. Round 9. Skip next DC, slip stitch in next DC, slip stitch in next chain 2 space, chain 3, 4 DC in the same space, chain 4, 3 DC crochet together in next 3 DC, chain 4, DC next to DC, chain 4, 3 DC crochet together in next 3 DC, chain 4, 5 DC in next chain 2 space, Repeat the steps to the end of the row. In the end of the row, chain 2, you join with DC to top of chain 3. Round 10, chain 1, single crochet in the same space, single crochet in next 5 DC. Single crochet in next chain 4 space, chain 6, 3 DC in next DC. Chain 3, 3 DC in next DC, chain 6, skip next 4, skip next chain 4 space, single crochet in next chain 4 space, single crochet in next 5 DC, single crochet in next chain 4 space. Repeat the steps to the end of the row. Join with slip stitch to the first single crochet. Round 11, slip stitch in next single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the same place, single crochet in next 4 single crochet, chain 6, DC in next 3 DC, chain 2, DC in next chain 3 space, chain 2, DC in next 3 DC, chain 6, skip next single crochet, single crochet in next 5 single crochet, chain 6, repeat this step to the end of the row and join with slip stitch to the first single crochet. Round 12. Slip stitch in next single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the same place, single crochet in next 2 single crochet. Chain 6, DC in next 3 DC, chain 2, DC in next DC, chain 2, DC in the same DC, chain 2, DC in next 3 DC, chain 6. Skip next single crochet, single crochet in next 3 single crochet, repeat the steps to the end of the row, join with slip stitch to the first single crochet. Round 13. Slip stitch in next single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the same place, chain 6, DC in next 3 DC, chain 2, skip next chain 2 space, 3 DC in next chain 2 space, chain 2, 3 DC in the same space, chain 2, a DC in next 3 DC, chain 6, skip next single crochet, single crochet in next single crochet, repeat it to the end of the row. In the end of the row, yarn over 5 times, and join to the first single crochet. Round 14. Chain 7, DC in next 3 DC, chain 2, DC in next 3DC. Chain 2, DC in next chain 2 space, chain 2, DC in next 3DC. Chain 2, DC in next 3DC. Chain 5. DC in next 3DC. Repeat it to the end of the row. Join with slip stitch to top of chain 2. Round 15. Chain 6. Single crochet in next chain 5 space, chain 4, 3 DC crochet together in next 3 DC. Chain 2, DC in next 3 DC, chain 2, three DC crochet together in next DC. Picot, chain 16, turn your work, join with slip stitch to the first DC from the picot, chain 1, turn, 14 single crochet into the circle. DC in next 3 DC. Chain 3, turn, skip next 2 single crochet, DC in next single crochet, chain 3, skip next single crochet, DC in next single crochet. Repeat it 5 times. You should get 7 DC. Chain 3, skip next DC, slip stitch in next DC, slip stitch in next chain space, chain 1, slip stitch to top of 3 DC crochet together, chain 4, turn, DC in next DC, chain 4. Repeat it 6 times. DC in the top of the third DC, to 3 DC crochet together in next 3 DC. Chain 4, single crochet in next chain 5 space. Repeat all these steps to the end of the row. in the end of the row. 2DC crochet together in the last 2DC, join to top of chain 2. Round 16, the last round. Chain 1, 3 single crochet in next 2 chain 4 spaces, slip stitch in next slip stitch, make the shells, single crochet, HDC, DC, HDC, and single crochet in next chain 4 space. Slip stitch in next DC. Repeat these shells around flower. Slip stitch in the top of 3DC crochet together, and repeat the steps around each flower. Join with slip stitch to the first stitch. I hope this video wasn't too boring. I hope you like it. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and bye!